is a story that I heard from my dear Rav, a story of one of the great sages of the previous generation, Rav Yechezkel Levenstein, alav shalom. Rav Yechezkel Levenstein was the Rosh Yeshivat Mir in Europe during the time of the Holocaust, and everyone knew that they had to leave because the Nazis were coming. So the Rav and all of his Talmidim fled to Vilna, who was still at that time under the control of the Litvish, the Litaim. But shortly thereafter, the Nazis got closer, and it was only a matter of time before Vilna was going to be conquered too. There was a big Jewish community there. Rav Yechezkel Levenstein told all of his students to prepare and go with Rav Eliezer Yehuda Finkel, who was in charge of all the food, Talmid Chacham, Tzadik. Go with him and get out of Vilna. Rav Levenstein says, I'm staying here with the Keilah. There's Jews here, they need my support. I'm not leaving them. But these 500 Bachurim, these 500 students, let them get out of here. Save their lives. Rav Finkel couldn't handle it. Told no. If Kvodo is not coming with us, if Rav Levenstein is not coming with us, all of us are staying here. We can't leave you. We understand you have to stay with the community, so we'll stay with you. We cannot live without you. When Rav Levenstein heard this, he quickly packed up and went with them. They got on trains and got all the way to China, to Shanghai. Once they got to Shanghai, a miracle happened. They found a place that some rich Jew built, full of books, full of Sifrei Kodesh. He built a kollel, but it was empty. Nobody was using it. Literally, he built it for this Yeshivat Mir to come over there. Everyone got back to learning and stayed there some time, learning Torah. But of course, the war continued, the horrors continued, and people started getting news that family and friends are dying, killed, or murdered by the Nazis. And the numbers were incomprehensible. A couple of Bachurim started questioning things. Where is HaShem? Why is HaShem allowing these Nazi Amaleks, Yimach Shimam V'zicham, to murder our brothers and sisters? Why is he allowing this to happen? Where is HaShem? Their hearts were screaming. What are they going to say? We have to speak to the Rav. We have to speak to Rav Levenstein. He is the pillar of Emunah. He's going to tell us, why is HaShem doing this? So they decided to grab the courage and go ask the Rav the question. A very serious Emunah question. A time of crisis, a time of failure, a time of misery. I need to know why. The two students started walking to the Rav's office, and as they got closer, they started hearing the Rav speak. He's speaking to somebody. He has somebody in his office, so he can't go in, but they peeked in, and they saw there's nobody else in the office. And then they hear closer the Rav speaking and crying. And he says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's me, Yechezkel. I know that I'm not some big tzaddik or anything, but I'm also not the biggest rasha. So I wanted to know why. Why did you pick everyone from the Jewish community over me? What is so much better about the Jews in the community that you allowed them to die on Kiddush Hashem, to sanctify your name, but I was not welcome to die on Kiddush Hashem? What sin have I made that made me an unacceptable sacrifice to your honor? Why did Rav Finkel force me to come and not die on Kiddush Hashem, just like all the others? Rav Levenstein cries to HaKadosh Baruch Hu because he did not get the gift of dying on Kiddush Hashem. Those two Bachurim got their answer. They realized Hashem doesn't think like us. Sometimes we think failure is detrimental, but in Hashem's great plan, that's the success. That's His will. He made you not have money. That's His will. He made you cry in the middle of the night because of some miserable thing that you're dealing with. That's His will. He made you more kind to people as a result of all the horrible things that happened to you. That's His will. He made you suffer pain after pain. That's His will. You are serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu with the way that you are. Whether you think it's a loss or a profit is irrelevant. If you want to serve in the Bet HaMikdash of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you have to serve Him with the tools that He gives you. If He gives you a half a body, serve Him with a half a body. He gives you no children, serve Him with no children. He gives you many children, serve Him with every child. He gives you extraordinary wisdom, serve Him with the entire wisdom you have. If He makes you a fool, serve Him with your foolishness. He gives you a voice, serve Him with your voice. Why? That's the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Don't ask questions about HaKadosh Baruch Hu, of why He did this and why He did that. Find a way to get that Yetzirah out of your heart that's trying to make you impure because you're already in the Bet HaMikdash. If you're watching this still from the beginning until now, that means you are already in the Beit HaMikdash. You're already in there. You're about to bring the sacrifice. Don't let that difficulty, don't let that thing that the Satan calls failure into your heart. Because if HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave it to you, that means that's His will, which translates to, that's the success that you need to deal with right now. What success? I'm in pain. What success? I'm losing. What success? I don't have. What success? I am this. Yes, that's the success. That's the tool. If we serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu to full capacity with the tools He gives us, then we serve our purpose. May it be His will that He gives each and every single one of us better and better tools that are not only great in His eyes, but also great in ours. May we succeed in serving Him and doing His will with a smile. And don't let any tear be wasted on sorrow, because the only thing that we should be sorry about is that we're not serving Him enough. Everything else is the Yetzer Hara. This, Rabotai, was the things that I learned and taught, and I think that Be'ezrat Hashem is going to help a lot of people if they take this into their own perspective, into their own lives, internalize them, apply them, because difficulty is something we all deal with, even if we are doing tshuva and think that we're serving Hashem. There's more work to do. Rabotai Karim, I'd like to introduce you to the new Kiro box. But unlike the other, this one does not require much packaging. In fact, it doesn't require anything by you. All you gotta do is open it. And it has a bunch of our best, absolute best films, music, shiurim, lots of stuff that is pleasing to the eye. You could hear it. And in so many words, Rabotai, the dead would be awoken just to watch it. If you really want to do Kiruv, you're going to get this for as many people as possible. You don't need to convince anymore. You don't have to do anything anymore. We literally did everything for you. All you got to do is get one of this and simply tell to a person, listen, I love you, here's a gift. What is it? It doesn't require an explanation. In fact, it doesn't require internet. It doesn't require technical knowledge. All it requires is some ability to simply open it. That's it. After that, it turns out by itself. You want to invest into getting Baalei Tshuva? There is simply no tool on planet Earth that will be more convincing than this. Because this, Rabotai, is 10 years of work in a way that's so beautiful that doesn't matter whether the person is secular, religious, young, old, everyone would be interested in this. Don't be surprised if other people are going to try to copy it, but what they can't copy is the last 10 years of work. That they won't be able to copy. Anyone that wants to be a partner, anyone that wants to support this project or to help us feeding the poor in Israel that have lost their home during the recent attacks, you could donate on the website, you could donate on our campaign page, you could donate on the Facebook campaign. There's lots of ways to support. If you really want to be serious about your blessed life that you want in this world and the next, this year gave you the path, gave you the clarity, gave you the alternative, or at least knowledge about it. And now, we finished off even with a new tool. It's light, it's really, really cool. Mamash siyata dishmaya. This is miracle in the making, Rabotai. Miracle. This is coming. This is going to change the entire life of somebody forever.